of doing so, because we get a chance to meet all of you from the Jamaican diaspora, and of course let me say the Caribbean diaspora. And so when we meet like this, we get a chance to exchange thoughts, ideas, and views. And you also get to learn a little more about what we do at J&M Money. So I'm not going to spend the time to tell you everything. I'm going to invite you to my booth later on, because I have my colleague here who will want to share the spotlight as well. But thank you very much for coming out. Thank you very much for supporting J&M Money and J&M Bank over the years. And today, we look forward to interacting with you later on.
Thank you very much. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. And speaking about J&M Money, we have Mr. Emil Spence. He's actually the Chief Representing Officer for J&M Money, and sorry for J&M Bank, my bad. And anybody here that wants to build in Jamaica and wants to know where to get the money from, this is the gentleman that I'm about to introduce you, Mr. Spencer.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I consider this an occasion that I have to be at. A couple months ago, I was enjoying myself in warm sun, drinking coconut, using a straw, swinging a hammock in the breeze on the shores of Ocho. But I realized that this event is happening, so on Wednesday I found myself here. And I'm happy to be here. It is the importance that we place on relationships like this, because Mary has worked tirelessly to ensure that what she wants the Durham Festival to achieve is achieved, and we are happy to be a part of it. Through J&M Money, we started a relationship with Mary. We now join as a partner, and we are happy to do that. On Eglinton, we have been here since 1992. That's just to show you how long, because we know that this little Jamaica here, you know, will always be a part. We'll always be a part of little Jamaica, and we don't want to see it going anywhere. The community has been under construction for a number of years because of the Cross Island LTR that has been built. And you know, now that COVID has allowed us to be a little freer, and we can meet face to meet, I can recognize some people from Paco, Mr. Betty from JC, who I only talked to on Zoom. Now I know he's actually real. And we're all, you know, I will just maybe 1 second, because our Master of Ceremonies, Steve, when I came back to Canada in 2019, on my first day of walking to the office, I parked on the side street and I saw this gentleman come out of a car. And he approached me and chatted me up, you know, as if we are friends, like we know me a long time. Didn't know the gentleman, just meeting him, but we were walking together and realized we were heading for the same place, and he is actually coming to see me. Right? And that's my first day on the job. 2019. So it's good to see you again. So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really happy to be here. As Sean has said, we invite you to come to our booth so you can see the products that we have to offer. We are the bridge between Canada and Jamaica that facilitates the diaspora doing all kind of business, and we want you to come hear what we have to offer. We are open for everybody. Come enjoy some of the sand and sea like I did, and own a piece of the rock. Thank you very much. We're happy to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, another gentleman, another company, another organization that I know has supported Durham Caribbean Festival for over the years. Benjamin Law. And you see, that's the problem right here, you know what I'm saying? Boss, see, he's been trying to get me to sing, and I thought he was an artist. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Benjamin Law, I know for a fact, because every time Durham Caribbean Festival has an event, their name is bold everywhere. So I want to make sure I introduce from Benjamin Law, Mr. Stephen Benjamin himself.
It's certainly a pleasure to be here today and continue to support the Durham Carnival, and most importantly, support my community. You know, the community has a lot of challenges, but tons of successes that nobody talks about. Tons of ability that nobody lifts. tons of progress that nobody advances. And I see myself just as a conduit for helping that success. And I will continue to support the community and continue to believe in its prosperity. And we are great people, and we are just beginning to do things. And I will be excited for myself and my generation to see the end of this race, which I know is near. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this would not be possible also from the support of the community here. So we are going to introduce LaRose Mersad. Is that right?
Close enough. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lou Rose. I'm the manager of the York Eglinton BIA. So we represent the 200 small businesses from Marley all the way to Dufferin, and we are a proud home of the heart of Little Jamaica. So let's give ourselves a round of applause for being here today and supporting the local community. Now, I think, Mary, when did we start meeting to start planning this festival? Last year. Last year. And we had this vision that you had to bring the Durham Caribbean Festival here, and you probably flooded my inbox and my phone with 1,000 messages to plan today. And we're here, and I'm so proud of you and your whole team. So let's give it up for Mary and the whole Durham Caribbean Festival team. And I want to welcome all of you, but I also want to encourage you, after you're done visiting the festival here today, is to go out to those small businesses and spend money. The reason why we're bringing festivals down here to this neighborhood, and we have a whole lineup of events throughout the summer, this being the very first one, but next week we're launching the Afro-Caribbean Farmers Market, there's a Paddy Festival, there's a street festival with the BBPA at the end of the month, at the end of the summer, but we need to support the small businesses. So we're running a contest called Shop to Win in Little Jamaica. And so what you do is you spend at least $10 in a small business, you get a receipt, and you upload it onto the contest website. And every week for the next 10 weeks, we're giving away $1,000 to one lucky winner. And you split that cost, you split the winning, you get $500, and the small business where you shop gets $500. And at the very end of the summer, we're giving away a grand prize of $2,000. So you get $1,000, and the small business gets $1,000. So everyone wins at the end of the day. So, but again, thank you so much for coming out and supporting, and we're looking forward to seeing you here every single week for another festival. Thank you.
Thank you. Very important gentleman here. He's from the JCA. As a matter of fact, he's the new president of the JCA. And everybody knows, if you don't know how important JCA is, I think JCA is one of the backbones of our community. As Jamaicans, okay, anything you need from Jamaica, about Jamaica, or even the Caribbean, even Canadian content, you have to visit the JCA. We have the new president here with us, Mr. David Betty, who's going to, come on, give it up for one time. And he's going to greet us, but afterwards he has a special award that he's going to be giving out. Mr. Betty.
Thank you very much. So first of all, this is probably my first outing in the public since becoming president of the JCA. So I feel this is special that I'm doing it at Little Jamaica. This is just so awesome. But before that, can we just give it up for Mary? This super hard. Look at it. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. So I don't know if you know this, but JCA is celebrating its 60th year. 1962, same as the country. Right? We've been around a long time. And we're doing a lot of stuff. I want to mention Taco. I was in the back here. We're looking to start a credit union. We're in front of the regulators. So we need business. We're moving along. Looking to raise $15 million to get it off the ground. We're going to do it. So we're doing a lot of stuff with the kids as well. And so I won't say much. I encourage you to come over to the booth. And we've got individuals there. We talked about membership a lot. We talked about the kids, what we're doing for them. So there's a lot that we're doing for the community. And I suggest you check us out and hear what we're up to. There are lots of plans. I don't know if you know this, but JC started advocating the year after it was formed. So 1960 it was formed. 1963, the police was at the president house to apologize. It's been a long time. We've been on this road. And we're not giving it up. We've been there and we'll be there because it's a long road. But we know that if we don't do it, nobody else will. We got to do it for ourselves. So thank you very much for having me. And of course, I'll be here all day and tomorrow as well.
Mary, 1 second here. Okay. So let me put my glasses on. I'm not getting on.
Always want the spotlight. You know what? I'm going to make you sing. Right here.
I know what I'd like to give out. And so, first of all, I'm guessing that the first thing that Joanna will tell you is that it takes a lot of hard work and coordination to get a mass band with 8 sections and 500 masqueraders going. She may also tell you that she's driven by the fact that she wants her children to see the Jamaican flag in the Carnival Parade. Once to join the Freedom Mass Band, FMB, this year is the first time in Canadian history we will see a Jamaican Carnival costume. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. A little bit about Joanna. So Joanna Grant is a nurse for over 20 years. She's also an entrepreneur. She actually is the CEO for Fit with Freedom, which is a health and wellness company. And also she's now a band leader. She's Canadian born, who embraces the Jamaican culture of her parents. Sorry, did I say she's Canadian born? Of her parents, and intended on having the Jamaican colors flying high in this 55-year-old Toronto International Carnival. Of course, we know it founded as Carabana. Of course, Joanna is no newcomer to Carnival and of course, jumping. So she played mass with well-known bands like Tribal, Carnival Nations, and the Revelers. So on behalf of the Durham Caribbean Festival, I take pleasure in recognizing her determination and grit by presenting her with the 2022 Arts and Culture Influencer Award.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am very honored. He's here, so I'm going to mention him, but I am going to thank Christopher Alexander for helping me see this dream. It was a vision, and I just needed a couple years to figure out how to make this come to life, and it's here now. It is important that representation matters, and Jamaica has a huge population in Canada. As you know, it's the largest population of Black people in Canada, and yeah, we need to be represented anywhere, any way possible. So I'm doing my part, and it is going to be a Toronto Carnival champion here. Solil is one of our other sections, and then there's one here from Costume Creators. So if you haven't been to Carnival, I know it's been 2 years absent, and then I know we haven't seen Jamaica in the Carnival for a good 15 years or so. This is the year to make your presence be seen, buy a costume, come and play mass with us, wave your flag, show your pride, and I'm so glad to see everyone out there on the road July 30th. Thank you.
Congrats again, Joanna.
And you know what? We'll take pictures. Come right here, Joe. You guys, Joanne, we're all going to go to the side after we take the pictures. We're going to take pictures there, right? Yeah. Poor Josh, bye. Okay.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, be presenting this next award. This organization was founded in January 2020. Reggae North is a Canadian reggae organization whose main objective is to tackle impending issues commonly experienced in the Canadian reggae music industry. One of their initial projects, reggaenorth.com. This is an online magazine that profiles and brings awareness to a variety of artists of their contributions and upcoming projects. In less than a year, this magazine has grown in popularity, large subscriptions, and international recognition. The International Media and Broadcasting Award of Excellence today goes to Reggae North.
musician in Canada for more than 30 years. And before the COVID pandemic, a lot of artists, young artists, were sending their music and what they were doing and asking, what are we supposed to do to get people to know what we're doing? So during COVID, we came up with this idea about, let's start an online magazine where we can profile and show the community what artists here are doing. And in less than 2 years, we have surpassed 10,000 readers per week. And we have a radio show that we broadcast in Florida where we play Canadian music, and we're getting so many requests for Canadian artists and their music. So we feel really great and pleased to be doing this. We didn't do this to get an award, but when the community recognizes your work, it's always a plus. So thank you Jamaica National, thank you Durham Festival, and we can assure that artists to know that we're going to continue to promote their music, because there are a lot of good artists in Toronto. A lot of great young artists in Toronto that needs to be heard. They need the community support. So we're asking everyone, you can visit reggaenorthca.com, reggaenorthca.com. We have a weekly publication where we put out artists from Canada and Jamaica and around the world to try to find a medium where people can go and support our local artists. So thanks again. We really appreciate this award.
We'll leave your award.
Far too often, as we all know, if you read the newspapers and watch TV and watch the mainstream media, there are too many stories that paint the black communities in a very bad light. But what we know is that there's creativity and innovation and inspiring stories coming from the Jamaican, Caribbean, and African diaspora here in Toronto. We know that Toronto is always growing better because of these stories and because of these people. And somebody who is telling these stories is the next award winner for the Women in Media Influencer Award, Ghetto Stories. Elaine?
Coming.
Can I say, one of the things about Elaine, she doesn't just tell the story, she's part of the story. We've been working so hard on our Little Jamaica initiative that takes a lot of work. And I can tell you, Elaine isn't the kind of person that just covers it or asks for it. She's involved in it. She's one of the leaders, along with Lori, along with Star Jacobs, along with so many people who want to see this neighborhood grow into the great success it can be. Elaine, come on up and get your award.
Yes.
Thank you.
I gotta do this with Auntie Jean beside me. And there's a reason behind that. First, I need to say, Mary Galvin, 13 years. And can I give you guys a little story? I emailed Mary before I knew who she was. That's when I started to take classes at Toastmasters. And I introduced her and I said, I want to host your Durham Caribbean Festival because I think I can talk now. So 10 years later, I ended up being a part of. So manifesting is big. So
Forget the award.
I'm trying not to be too emotional, but I have to hold her. So in 1989, I met this beautiful lady. And from I met her, that time she was the chair of Toronto Community Housing. And she never left my side. So I never left your side. So throughout my journey, right, and those times, and I'm gonna say it loud and proud. So I gave birth to my first child at 16 years old, on my 16th birthday to be exact. Okay? I never got a high school diploma until I was 36 years old. I just became a grandma of 2. And then I arrived at George Brown College at 41 years old. And then I got a phone call to say I'm the recipient of the Jean Augustine Scholarship. Wow. So, and I share this with everybody because you must never be ashamed of your story. And when I went there, everything I told her, I came and said, Auntie Jean, she said, I need you to do this. And if I wear hair, one day I had on this red hair, and she's like, I don't want to see you with that hair again. And I'll be like, Auntie Jean, $200 spent for this now. No. I could look over, and when we talk about someone to hold you up and always make you feel like you're a part of, especially when we're in a community that sometimes I grew up in Toronto community housing, several projects, 4 children, 3 grandchildren, soon to be 5 now. And I can tell her, and she's always there. Whatever is going on, I can call her and say, Auntie Jean, what's up? And she will answer my phone call and even invite me to her home to have a conversation. So then when I talk about community, this is what it looks like for me. This is what it looks like for me. This is love. So I need to tell you, you know, people wait until things happen to people and then they run to tell them all kind of things. I want to tell you to your face. I want to look in your eyes as I'm trying not to cry because I'm on the people that eyelash. I mean, I want a pretty eyelash little Fiona, we have some glue up there. But this is, I thank you for all that you do. I thank you for the way that you give yourself. And I thank you for just being a part of my life and watching me just grow.
All I want to say is congratulations. I've watched you grow, I've watched you blossom, and I watch you now in the community giving back. And what I want to say to those adults that are here, that are community people, we don't need to do a whole lot with our young people. Just a few words of encouragement, a few opportunities to say, I'm going to so-and-so, I have 2 tickets, come with me. This is something that's happening out there. I think you should know about, participate in. And those are motivating words, and those are words that help our young people to get that self-esteem. Because when I was head of Metro Toronto Housing, and this 16-year-old being brought into my office, and being able to sit on the chair and look me and have me say to her, okay, let's have a cup of coffee now, or let's have a cup of tea now, and you should da-da-da-da-da-da. And when the behavior is such, say, no, that's negative behavior. It won't get you. So we need to do this as community to help each other, to counsel, to say a few words, and oftentimes to be tolerant of the kind of behaviors. Because see, I came from education, I was a school principal, and I wanted things to be just so, and then you have to tolerate the young people. I am now turning 85, and so when I look at Elaine and I look at some of the young people in our community that I knew from this high, and I see how they've grown, how they've blossomed, how they've developed, how they're giving back to community, I think all of us need to use some positive words to help our young people around, and that's all we need to do. Be the kind of human being that we're supposed to be. Loving, kind, respectful, and try to help each other. So congratulations for this award, and for all those who being cited here for what you do in community and how we build a community and how we build a loving relationship that we need to have. So I took the mic over from That's it.
So, announcing the next award.
Without questions.
It's the Marketing and Branding Award. I'm sure many of you have seen the great posters and advertisements for this year's Durham Caribbean Festival for the last decade. Yeah, let's give a round of applause to the design team. There are actually many vendors here today and many shops across Eglinton that have used these services, and if you're not using these services and we are looking to expand your business with the marketing team, then you must speak with Jamal, the CEO of Empro Graphics. Yes, let's give him a round of applause. Which is being presented with the 2022 Marketing and Branding Award. Jamal. Congratulations. Want to say a few words?
All right, well, thank you very much, Mary, for this award. Much appreciated. And thank you, JM, for wanting to make sure her flyers are in progress. But other than that, what I actually really want to thank her for is actually trusting me to help you with the branding for such a big event over the last couple years. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to everyone I work with, so I just want to thank you for that opportunity to put me in front of so much people. And also, thank you for the kind words, big up the lane as well. People, just like Mary said, we do graphic designing and printing and marketing. So there's a lot of people here that we've worked with over the last couple of years. I also want to thank all of you for your support. And I'm just going to do my best to continue helping to make the world a better place.
I want to make some nice film now. So when we talk about community, we continue. At 6 years old, it was in my breakfast program, School Toronto Community Housing, at 6 years old. And we always, every time we see him, we say, where the corner youth? Where the corner? There are some things youth. So when I talk about community, because they say leadership, so we learn from Auntie Jane, and we pass it on, and we continue to pass it on. And Mary, you, we never talk about you later. Thank you to every
Get your picture of it. Yeah.
I have the distinction of giving out the award for the Brokerage of the Year award, and it's given to someone who has been involved in the growth of finance and wealth in our community. Because in order to prosper, it doesn't matter what you say or what you do, you need that liquid, and that is money. And I think there's someone who has put a lot of their focus and their emphasis over the years on building wealth and teaching people how to build wealth in our community. And that person is, that company is Tailored Finance. And the award for Brokerage of the Year goes to Tailored Finance.
Thank you so much. This award means so much to me because I love serving my community, and I noticed that there was something missing in our community, and that was someone championing for them to get mortgages and to become lenders. So this is why I got into this business, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
And good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure this afternoon to present the Cultural Events Award. Many of you have heard, I believe the council mentioned it, the Afro-Caribbean market. Many of persons would have heard about it. Started last year at Red Lane, and this year I'm told that it's going to be expanding all the way to Kiel. All the way to Kiel. Right? Come next week, you would have heard that it's going to be launched right here in Red Lane next Sunday, which is July 3rd. And so I believe the organizers behind this wonderful event, I believe you're doing extremely well. And so it is my pleasure this evening to present the Cultural Event Award to the Afro-Caribbean Farmers Market. So I want to invite Lori. Lori. And I think you're doing a great job, and I'm sure Jane Money will be visiting the farmers market very soon to look at what you're doing. And who knows, as a community organization, perhaps there might be some synergy there.
I need some money, so Jane Money will be bringing in crew.
The fact that you're bringing out the community, and we are interested in meeting the community, so who knows, there might be some opportunities for there. So thank you very much, thank you for the hard work you're doing in bringing this farmers market together.
So the market starts next week. It'll be our second season. We're really excited. We're doing 13 weeks. We're going to be utilizing the other parking lot, the open air parking lot. So for 13 weeks, we are going to be presenting to you our local black growers, our local black food entrepreneurs, once again, to Little Jamaica. I couldn't do this without Josh Matlow. It started with a conversation between he and I saw him on the street and I stopped him and I said, Counselor, I want to bring a farmer's market to Little Jamaica. We started the conversation and here we are 2 years later. I'm looking so forward to seeing each and every one of you again. Over the next 13 weeks, I mean, you should come out to at least one. We've seen so much growth that I'm actually animating another portion of Eglinton Avenue, and that's at Keel Street. So in total, we have 24 markets, Saturdays and Sundays. But we do start our market up here next Sunday, July 3rd. So Mary, thank you so much. Thank you for laughing with me. Thank you for swearing with me, because I know what it takes to put something on like this. We are partners, yeah, and we are friends. So thank you.
It's so important for us to keep promoting each other's business